How do different species of birds migrate, and what are their preferred pathways? If you've ever wondered how birds manage to travel thousands of miles each year, you're not alone. Let's explore the fascinating world of bird migration and the various pathways these amazing creatures take. Birds migrate for several key reasons: to find food, escape harsh weather, and secure better nesting sites. About 40% of the bird population migrates, but they don't all travel the same distances or follow the same routes. Migration distances. Some birds, like geese and orioles, undertake long-distance migrations, traveling thousands of miles. For example, many North American birds fly from their breeding grounds in the United States and Canada to their wintering grounds in Central and South America. On the other hand, short-distance migrants, such as robins and waxwings, move much shorter distances, often just tens or hundreds of miles. These birds might move from higher to lower elevations or across a few states. Migration patterns. Birds follow different migration patterns based on their needs and the geography of their habitats. Here are some of the main types. Latitudinal migration. This is the most common type, where birds move along the latitude of the Earth, typically from north to south. This is driven by changes in weather and the availability of food. For instance, birds in the northern hemisphere fly south during winter to find warmer climates. Longitudinal migration. Less common, this involves birds flying from east to west, or vice versa. Some European birds and certain songbirds in the U.S. follow this pattern, especially due to climate change. Altitudinal migration. Birds move from higher to lower altitudes, such as from mountain peaks to valleys and plains. This is common in mountainous regions where birds seek more temperate climates and abundant food during winter. Seasonal migration. This type is triggered by seasonal changes in sunlight, temperature, and food availability. For example, Canadian geese migrate south in winter and return north in spring. Irregular migration. Some birds migrate irregularly, often in response to specific environmental conditions like food scarcity or extreme weather. Preferred pathways. Birds often follow specific routes known as flyways, which are like invisible highways that guide their migrations. In North America, there are 4 main flyways. The Atlantic Flyway. This follows the eastern coast of the U.S. from the Bahamas to Maine, with key stops in southern South Carolina and the Delaware Bay. The Mississippi Flyway. This acts like a funnel, starting from the intersection of the Mississippi and Missouri rivers and narrowing down to the Gulf of Mexico. The Central Flyway. This route runs along the east side of the Rocky Mountains from Canada to southern Colorado, then across Oklahoma and eastern Texas to the Texas Gulf Coast and into Mexico. The Pacific Flyway. This hugs the Pacific coast, with minor routes intersecting in northern Oregon, central California, and the California-Mexico border. These flyways are determined by topographical features, food availability, and shelter, making them ideal for birds to follow during their migrations. Navigation. Birds use a variety of methods to navigate during their migrations. They can get compass information from the sun, stars, and the Earth's magnetic field. They also use landmarks and even their sense of smell to guide them. Some species, like waterfowl and cranes, follow preferred pathways that include important stopover locations for food and rest. In summary, different species of birds migrate in various ways, traveling different distances and following distinct pathways. Understanding these patterns and pathways helps us appreciate the incredible journeys these birds undertake each year.